Hi, welcome to part two of Bobby's podcast. I want to do a topic because I actually got a DM on my Bobby page on Facebook. My handle is at Bobby Kardashian if you want to follow me, but it's Bobby's podcast there. Anyway, somebody who wants to remain anonymous told me some really juicy stuff that happened in their office, and it kind of got like out of control. So they said it'd be a good podcast topic. So I'm going to bring it to you, and I will address the red elephant in the room. I'm using a filter right now because I got microneedling done. I explained that in my earlier podcast, but I don't mean to like be flashing you or anything like that. I just my skin hurts. It's radiating heat, so bear with me. So this is what the email says, or I should say the DM says. Dear Bobby, our boss was out of the office yesterday, so most of us did nothing but shop online, play games, and doom scroll. I think that's fun because when the cat's away, the mice will play, is what they say. Things got heated after one of the women brought up Hooters filing for bankruptcy, which I didn't know that they were doing that. I thought they were completely safe. She said Hooters is not a good thing for women because it exploits them. Other women in the office disagreed with her and said it's a great thing for women because it allows them to make money off their natural beauty without having to do it in a gentleman's club, aka, you know what I'm talking about. Bring the dollar bills, y'all. Another woman said, if you got it, flaunt it and then make money off of it. I had no idea it was going to become such a heated topic, especially between somebody of the older and younger women in the office space. Where do you stand on this, Bobby? I would love to know what you think. Is Hooters positive or negative for women? So here's this. I mean, I don't know what to say. I've been to Hooters a handful of times. Every time I've gone, I will say this. I've not gone on my own accord. It's typically from a friend inviting me to Hooters. I used to do, shout out to D Rock, my old former co host on Magic FM. He used to love going there for lunch because he loved wings. And we knew some of the Hooters girls, and a lot of them were just great friends. So, I was very accustomed to going to Hooters quite often, and we would go with another friend. And it was wonderful. We loved talking to the girls. We were not flirting with them. We were not like tipping them like creepy old men ordering wings. Typically, I ordered the chicken Philly, by the way. If you go there, you can get that with curly fries. So good. Anyway, we're not talking about the food. We're talking about the other parts of Hooters. And so for me, I didn't really see anything wrong with it. I mean, yeah, they do have skimpier outfits, the short shorts, the tank tops that, are kind of revealing. But here's the thing. I'm not going to sit here and sit in the judgment seat because that is reserved for God. But for me, I would say, listen, if you're happy with your physique and your body and you think that's a good way to make money, there you go. Now, the father in me is like, I would be a little bit standoffish if my daughters were to eventually work for Hooters. So I don't know. Am I a hypocrite for thinking that? Because I don't want to sort of like judge somebody for working at Hooters, but I also am not sitting in judgment of them by saying they're a bad person. They shouldn't be doing that. To me, it's you've got to live your life the way you see fit. And if you're making money to pay the bills, there you go. Now, I will say this. I have to pay tithe on the money that I make. So many, many times people have asked me, and I have to shout out Woody Powers, my former co host as of recently. He used to say on Peak FM that I had an OnlyFans page, and that is a complete lie. I do not have an OnlyFans page. I've never had an OnlyFans page, and I won't have an OnlyFans page. Dot, 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 to be continued. No, I'm just kidding. I seriously won't. Because for me, I am a member of a church and I have to pay my tithe. So it'd be kind of awkward to, get my income from OnlyFans and have to pay 10% of that to my church. But that's just me. I'm not saying people that do that are going to hell or I'm judging them. It is just a Bobby Adon thing. So I would love to know what you think. Is Hooters positive or negative for women? Feel free to weigh in the comments. Once again, thank you for watching another episode of Bobby's Podcast. And thank you so much to, I almost shouted out her name. She said, please keep me anonymous. So thank you so much to the podcast listener who wants to remain anonymous for messaging me this juicy piece of gossip. I think it's a great topic to talk about. So what do you think? Is Hooters positive or negative thing for women? Feel free to weigh in the comments. Let me know what you think. As always, get me wherever you get your podcast, streaming, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, iHeartRadio. I'm on all the socials at Bobby's Podcast, and I appreciate you for watching. And if you do work at Hooters, thank you for what you do.